I learned to swim really, really early. I'm quite disorganised on land. I fall over all the time. For me, swimming was my solace to go into competing. It sounds weird, but I never really looked up to anyone. I always wanted to be the best version of me. There would be times where the coach would step off poolside and everybody would stop swimming. And they'll be like, "Oh, Cassie, you can stop." And I'd be like, "Well, I'm not training for them. I'm training for me." I feel, for me, that appearance was something that always played a part in and how I was judged. So there was times where I was swimming my absolute fastest, but I was 2 kilos heavier than what was deemed my optimal weight. And I believe that a happy swimmer is a fast swimmer. Now, if you're being constantly judged, if you're constantly on a diet, you're not a happy person. So therefore, you're never going to compete as well as when you might be 1 kilo, 2 kilos heavier, but you are happier, you are confident, you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, you're feeling motivated. That's when you're going to race well, not when you're hungry and tired and when you want to hide because you feel fat. I remember a journalist shoved a microphone in my face and said, "You are by far the heaviest on the team. Is that a part of your strategy? Are you going to lean up for the summer?" I was 16 years old at the time. I literally just cried and just ran off, because who is he to ask me those questions? Sport is a mind game, and it's a hard thing when you know that your body is capable, but for whatever reason your mind isn't quite on the same path. So when you're behind a block or when you're on the pontoon ready to race, there is literally you, the water, and your competitors. If you've been always told that you're not quite good enough, if the way that you look isn't fitting the mold of what someone else has been, you're going to be thinking that you're not good enough. For me, it was when I won my Olympic medal, I felt good, I felt strong. After that, when I lost weight and I tried to meet the demands of somebody else, I was unhappy. I never raced to my potential ever again, because that was my focus in my mind, was my body rather than my training. So I've campaigned over the last year or so about changing the ingrained mindset that weighing swimmers equates to how good they're going to be. But there are people that developed very serious eating disorders from the comments of their coaches. I'm 37 and I still have those voices in my head. They will never leave me, no matter how hard I try. I feel that Swim England have worked incredibly hard on trying to change the culture of this. They have made it mandatory that young athletes are not weighed by their coaches at all, which I think is incredible. There are thousands of incredible coaches out there that only want the best for their swimmers, and that's what we really need to champion. We do not want them to leave their sport and to be a bit like me, where I didn't want to swim for nearly 10 years. And that, for me, is what I kind of find the saddest of my own journey, is that the thing that I loved the most, my solace, was tarnished. I don't train to compete anymore, but I love just getting in and pootling around and feeling no pressure. You know, one of the things I love about open water swimming in particular is how, as a community, we embrace everybody, every shape, size, race, everything. I just love it, you know, and I feel like it's about just allowing yourself to be happy, to have your solace, to do the things that bring you joy.